Now, the session is being recorded. Whatever we discuss today, you will get a recording of it. So, guys, till what time, rather, till what topic we have covered in the last discussion? Anyone remember that? I hope you guys are listening to the class and not Modi's speech, or if you guys want to start after 5 minutes, I can do that because that speech is also important. Okay, so guys, I will shorten the question and answers. We have covered acquisition report, we covered overview, all traffic, Google Ads, Search Console. So, all traffic gives information about people visiting your website, from what channels they are coming, etc. Google Ads gives you information about the paid traffic that you are getting from Google Ads. Search Console gives you information about the free traffic, the organic traffic that you are getting from Google search engine. Now, we also need to understand the traffic that we are getting from social media. So, we have a dedicated tab for it, and that report is called as social. So, today we will start with social. We will jump on to campaign tracking, and that's our today's agenda. So social, again, it has its own overview tab. We all know what overview stands for, what overview give us information for. Let's jump on to overview. Let's try and understand key terms there. So if we understand those key terms, understanding rest of the reports will become very easy for us. So, social, as the name suggests, it gives us information about traffic coming from social media. So, here the graphical representation, a big circle, and there is a small circle within it. So, if you see the denotion, it says 905 conversions. That means total, there were 905 conversions happened on my website. 24 contributed to social media. That means out of 905 conversions, we have 24 conversions which were assisted by social media, or for which the social media was responsible for. Traffic coming from social media gave me 24 conversions. Last interaction 22. What is last interaction, first interaction, all that stuff we are going to discuss in our last week. So till that time, just understand 22 last interaction. So these are all total conversions. It includes purchase, it includes registration, it includes all kind of convergence that you are tracking. So here, if you on the top see, we have convergence and the tab selected is all. If you want to see a particular conversion, you can simply choose, okay, here, but I just want to see the e-commerce transaction. You can do that. Just unselect all, click on apply. You will see data only for e-commerce. But let's keep it for all at this time, and data is for last 7 days. Let me change it to last 30 days. Why I changed to last 30 days? So that we get a good amount of data. So a larger number crunch we can. Okay. So now you see the number had changed to 59 from 10,000. So total sessions I received in last 30 days is 59,000. Out of 59,000, sessions via social referral 1838. Conversions total 6,046. Contributed to social 143. So if you are a site like, there are sites whose whose main purpose is post the content, let it go social, and gain the traffic out of it. If you are heavily relying on social media to get the traffic and then get the page impressions out of it. This is not a good report for you. You would like to say, okay, out of 59, maybe 20,000 or 25,000 are social media related referrals or sessions given to me by social media. Okay, so this report gives you information about the contribution of social media to your website, especially the conversions and the sessions. So if you scroll down, you will see social network shared URL and social network plugins report. So Facebook is that social media, Twitter is that social media. Social media, guys, is an umbrella term. Facebook is a social network. Twitter is a social network. YouTube is a social network. They are part of social media. So if you want to understand which is the social network that is giving you highest number of sessions, that is social media websites who are working well for you, if you want to understand, you can check this report. Here you will see that YouTube is giving me highest number of sessions. 72 percentage of my sessions are given to me by YouTube, 1339, followed by Facebook, Google, Twitter, and the report is available for up to 10 under the overview. I can simply click on view full report and see data for all. But I can now understand YouTube, Facebook are the primary contributors. Facebook, when I compare it with YouTube, the contribution is small even though it is on the second number. So now if I have 5,000 rupees to spend on social media campaigns, guys, which platform would you like to go with? Will you be able to answer the question with the help of the data that's on your screen now? Where would you like to put your money? Okay, Anupta, Akshay, Pallavi, Parul, Ankur, good. Everyone says YouTube. Yes, why I would like to spend money on YouTube? Because uh, without even spending any money, I am getting traction on YouTube. If I spend money on YouTube, I'm I will be able to reach out to the right set of audience and gain people who not only are visiting my website and they are converting also. Okay. Similarly, shared URLs. That means these are the URLs where you are getting a lot of traffic from social media. That means these are the URLs which are getting shared. So you must have heard that, or in some situation, you will see that all of a sudden there is a spike in your traffic has gone up, and you will realize, okay, it's the social media because of which I'm getting traffic. So you can come to this report, shared URL, and all of a sudden you will see that one particular URL has a huge amount of sessions compared to other. That means that article might have gone viral, the video might have gone viral, and a lot of people are sharing your URL. People are grabbing that URL, sharing on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., and you are getting huge traffic. So if you want to understand what exactly is happening, which URL is getting shared a lot by people on social media channel, shared URL is your answer. You can go here. Social network plugins. What are social network plugins? Any idea, guys? People who have finished social media class? What, any idea what are social plugins? No, no. Tell me if you know what are social media plugins. Just yes, no, quickly. Okay, so guys, have you seen on any website there is a widget that says, "Hey, like our Facebook fan page." Have you seen something like that? Like this. Have you seen a widget like this? Good. Pallavi also have it on the website. These are social plugins. So you have follows on Twitter, you have like us on Facebook, etc. These are called as social plugins. If you are using them, then you will see some data available in the social network. If you are not using them, you can simply ignore this report. There is no data. They are not using it. There is no data for them. But for your website, might be you will have data for it. So let's go to the network referrals. So as the name suggests, this report will help us understand who are the social media websites sending us traffic to our website. So here, instead of one graph, what you see is now you have two graphs. The graph on the top says sessions via social referral and all sessions. That means the graph in blue gives information about the sessions who only came via social media, while the other session or while the graph in the orange gives information about all the sessions, irrespective of their source, all the sessions, so that you can do a quick comparison. I can see that, okay, all sessions, the trend is pretty normal, okay, but here after March 10, that's pretty abnormal, traffic has declined. But here, do I see a similar trend? Is there any similar trend? Monday to Friday, traffic going up, then down? No. There was a small spike on 4th of March, referral count 117, but on the rest of the days, it is pretty flat. It is pretty consistent. That means my social media referral traffic is not in proportion with my rest of the traffic on my website. So I'm not happy with my social performance. It has to be in parallel with the overall performance of my website. Ideally, when the website traffic goes up, my social media traffic should also go up. When it goes down, I would like to push more on social media so that I know Saturday, Sunday my traffic is down. I would like to try more social media campaigns at that time and try to fill the gap. People who are not coming to my website via direct or organic, I will try to fill that gap using the social. So when I scroll down, I see that there are total 11 networks. So I can change it to 25. My number will update to 11. There were total of 11 social networks who sent traffic to me. Now, Google already has a list of social media websites. If your website or if the referral is part of that list, it will get classified here. AshishKulkarni.net sends you traffic, it will never come here because it is not classified as social media website by Google. Okay, so Google already has a list in their database. If it matches, the data will start appearing here, else the website name will not be here. So YouTube gives me a higher number of sessions. I already know that. But now I want to understand what's the page view, average session duration, pages per session. You can do it here. If you want to see data only for YouTube, you can simply click on YouTube and you will be able to see data for YouTube. So whatever you see here is now only for YouTube. I have clicked on YouTube. Now it is showing me, if you see here on the top, all social network YouTube. This is the shared URL. These are the URLs which were shared on YouTube. Now I can go and share someone else's URL on YouTube. So maybe it's my video. Under that video, I have kept this particular URL, I'm asking people to click, and people are coming there, or people are vlogging, that is video blogging on my web for my product, keeping this link on their video descriptions or embedding it on video, and I am coming, or rather people are coming on this link. You will see this is the most commonly shared YouTube URL. I clicked on it. Now I will be able to see full referral. Okay, where exactly people are coming from YouTube. So you will see creatoracademy.youtube.com. Okay, what is creatorsacademy.youtube.com? This is nothing but a website that Google uses for training purpose. That means Google is using their own website for training purpose, and from creatoracademy.youtube.com a lot of traffic is coming to the Google merchandising store website 1136 sessions from creatoracademy.youtube.com. So if you want to learn about YouTube, different technologies, not technology, techniques, different ideas, you can guys just make a note of this website. If you're serious about videos, I'm going to ping this to you. Whenever time permits, go ahead, check this website, subscribe to their newsletter also if possible. If you are serious about YouTube, you should do that. Now I'm going back. Look to what level I'm inside. I'm going back to YouTube. Now let's go and see if we can see some data about Facebook. So these are the URLs getting shared on Facebook. You have the numbers on the right hand side. You have the visual representation on the top. But this time, please remember, this graph is only for Facebook. Sessions coming via Facebook. Why? Because we are here under the Facebook. So the concept is traffic coming from social media. You want to understand, you will come in social. If you want to understand, okay, YouTube is giving me high number of traffic, but where from YouTube? Simply click on it. You will get more info about where exactly from YouTube you are getting the traffic. Landing page, we have already seen what is landing page, the page where people land from. So page where people land from via social media, these are the pages where people land from social media. Now this is not just Facebook, this is not just YouTube, this is all of the social media, because if you scroll up here, it doesn't give you any breakup. It doesn't say it is only for Facebook or it is only for YouTube, etc. If you want to know only for Facebook, go to network referral, click on Facebook. Those URL will be only for Facebook, people coming from Facebook. But this is for overall social media channels. Convergence, people are converting, registering on website, making purchase, etc. Are they converting? Yes. YouTube 104 conversions. Look, total there were 143 conversions. Out of 143, 104. That is 72.73% of people are converting from YouTube only. That's how YouTube is important for my website. So I will give it a very, very good attention. Now this is for all conversions. Okay. So if I just want to see how many registrations I got, I don't want to see checkout. I don't want to see uh, comment posted, etc. I just want to see registration. There were total 6 registrations, 95 engaged users, 3 entered checkout. I just want to see about the registration. People registering for my website from YouTube. 6 registration, and this graph tells you on which dates the registrations happened because of YouTube. plugins. There is no data for this website. You will be able to see data for your website, but nothing difficult in that, pretty easy to understand. I will jump on to user flow. User flow, we have already seen what is user flow. User flow is nothing but a visual diagram that helps you understand how people navigate when they arrive on your website. Okay, how people navigate when they arrive from social media, in this case, social media networks. When people arrive from YouTube, where exactly are they arriving? Google plus, this is the page most heavily visited, and we have also seen, right? The other report also confirmed one particular page gets high number of traffic. So this is that page most of the people then drop if they decide to move ahead. What are those pages? Level 1, level 2, and level 3. You can find all that information. If you want to just say, hey, just show me the Facebook data, what I can do, I
Sorry.
can click on Facebook.
No, it is. No, sorry. Time up.
प्रिया एक एक मार दूंगा जोर से
Okay, I want
नहीं अभी मेरे तरफ
everyone to go on mute, please.
तमीज नहीं है बात करने की वो बड़ी तमीज से let me gather my thoughts देख रहे हैं
Okay, I have put everyone on mute. If you want to speak, let me know. I can unmute you. Okay, I was telling you I want to just see Facebook, what people are doing from Facebook. So what I can do, I can just simply click on Facebook, and this you can do in any other user flow report. I simply clicked on Facebook, and now I can say view only this segment or highlight traffic through here. I can ask Facebook to highlight it. Now look, Facebook has highlighted that traffic, or I can also ask Facebook to, okay, show me only Facebook. View only this segment. Now it is showing me only the Facebook data. This is what people are doing on my website when they visit Facebook. Red color indicates people have dropped it. It's pretty easy to understand the Facebook like box. Just copy paste the code, add it. Pretty easy. If you're not done with your social media class, wait. I think they will help you in understanding that. Clear, guys? Clear with the users flow report? I'm also copying this link in the chat box for people who are interested in adding this code on their website. Just copy paste the code, it will appear on your website. Good. So I will just quickly check the chat box if there are any open questions. Give me a minute for that. Okay, Ankur needs to know about user flows. So Ankur, user flow, as the name suggests, it will show you the flow of users, how users are flowing when they come to your website. So in this example, what we want to see is we want to see how people are moving on your website when they land from social media. So we want to understand what person do or what people do when they are on my website from YouTube. So majority of my traffic goes to this page, a small number of traffic goes to other pages. Okay, so this is nothing but a visual flow of data, what people do, rather not do, but how people flow from one page to another page on my website. Red color indicates they didn't move forward, they actually dropped. So it will help you understand how people are moving on your website page by page for up to 3 levels here. First box, just if you read the name on it, YouTube, Facebook, Google Groups, social network. Here you will see on the top what the first box is about. It's the name of the page. It is giving you the URL of the, so that you understand, okay, the big box is big, okay, but which page is it? So you need to understand which page is it. It shows you the page. Got that, Pallavi? Just put your mouse cursor, you will get your answer. Put your mouse cursor here. Google will tell you which page is that. Okay, good. So we are going to start with the next topic of discussion, which is campaign tracking. Pretty interesting topic. I hope you guys are. Why interesting? Because you can actually start to make use of it immediately after, because all of you are sending emails, all of you are seeding your content on social media. Now, to track the effectiveness of that effort, you can start making use of campaign tracking. So, what are campaigns? Help me understand. What do you know, or what's your understanding about campaigns? Abhijit has only answered me. Okay, Abhijit, good. Thank you. A time bound plan to achieve a goal. Good. A time-bound plan to achieve a goal. Your goal can be increasing page views, increasing the eyeballs, or increasing the number of conversion, or selling a particular product. Say, for example, in this pandemic situation, you are selling hand sanitizer. So you might want to run a campaign so that people know, hey, while everyone else do not have hand sanitizers in place, we are selling hand sanitizer, it's in stock. Come here and make a purchase. Now remember, campaign does not have to be a paid campaign always. You can do email campaign, which you send email to your newsletter subscribers using a free service like MailChimp. You are not paying anything at this stage of your growth. So don't think that, okay, I'm buying something, I'm buying an ad slot, I'm buying clicks. Those are only campaigns. You are simply sending those, hey, hand sanitizers are available. You have sent this message to all of your customers on WhatsApp. That is also a campaign. We'll call that a WhatsApp campaign. Okay. So do not get confused that campaigns are only paid ones. Campaigns can be any effort that you took to promote your website with a particular goal in mind. So let's take example like Diwali. Pretty easy to understand example, Diwali, or we can say Corona. That is pretty real. Okay, Corona. We want to run a campaign for Corona. It can be awareness campaign, it can be hand sanitizer campaign, etc. So I want to run a campaign. I am going to call it Corona outbreak. What's the purpose of this campaign? The purpose of this campaign is selling hand sanitizer. How am I going to promote the campaign? Promote via emails. What I'm going to do, or what's the ultimate end result, expected end result? Sell hand sanitizers. Okay. Understood what exactly are we trying to do here? So what we are going to do is we are going to run an email campaign. And what's the purpose of this email campaign? Purpose of the email campaign is pretty simple. We are going to write a message to users. We are going to say, hey, we have hand sanitizers in stock. Click here if you want to purchase. People will click on the link, and then what we expect is people come on the website, they add product to cart, and they ultimately end buying the hand sanitizers. Now, we run not only just this particular campaign at one single time, we can be running multiple campaigns. One team is running, say for example, 5 campaigns. That is also possible. One team, or there are 5 different teams who are running 5 different campaigns for me. That is also a possibility. So now I need to understand, okay, in a year I run 60 campaigns. In a year I have run 60 campaigns. Now I need to understand which campaign was effective, or even in real time. In this week I'm running 2 campaigns. Which campaign is doing good? Is it the corona outbreak campaign is doing good, or the general campaign that I'm running to promote anything that I'm selling on website? I need to understand. How do I do that? To understand this, your answer is campaign tracking in Google Analytics. Campaign tracking in Google Analytics. So what we do in campaign tracking in Google Analytics, we tell Google, hey Google, this user who is coming on my website, there may be thousands of users coming to your website, but Google Analytics need to understand if this particular user has come to your website because of this campaign, Corona outbreak. Google need to know. If Google knows that, okay, this user has come to your website because of campaign Corona outbreak, Google can make a note of it and produce a report under campaigns that will tell you, okay, because of Corona campaign, you have 500 visits and 300 conversions. Huge conversion rate for hand sanitizers. Okay. Now, how do we tell Google Analytics that, hey buddy, this is not any ordinary visit. Okay. This is not any normal visit. This is visit due to a particular campaign in place. We have to tell Google this, that this is a campaign visit. Google automatically will not be able to understand that this is a visit because of a particular campaign called as Corona outbreak. You purchased advertisement on Facebook. Google will simply say, okay, this traffic came from Facebook because the referrer is Facebook. But now we need to tell Google this is not only a traffic from Facebook, but campaign name is Corona outbreak. Control V. Corona outbreak. And please note this in your Google Analytics report. We have to tell Google Analytics. If you now understand how to tell this to Google Analytics appropriately, running campaigns will not be difficult for you. So I want to take, not just tell you in theory, but we'll take it like real life examples. So I will be sending out you dummy email. I have your email IDs with me. I will be sending out you an email, and with that email, please click on the link that I'm sending you in email, and let's see how Google Analytics treats our campaign and how tracking starts to happen. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just writing a very simple email. I'm going to, subject will be Corona hand sanitizers. Now what will be my website? Guys, my website will be my simple blog, okay? Let's assume ashishkulkarni.net. I'm going to link this website URL in the email. Okay, email is out. It will be in your inbox in a minute. Just open. Do not click on anything, okay? Just open the inbox. Just open the email. Don't click anywhere till I ask you to do so. Let me know once you have the email with you. Okay, don't click anywhere. Just keep it with you. Okay, I'm on my real-time reports right now. So now guys, go ahead and click on the link. In real-time reports, I expect that Google Analytics should be able to tell me that this is the visitor coming from Facebook, or rather email in our case. Okay, the number is going up. Now I have 3 people on my website. Now I need to know that these are the people who have come to my website by email. But look what I see here. The medium, it says none. Source says direct. So guys, I asked you to click on the link. Don't type the address ashishkulkarni.net. Okay, don't type it. That's direct visit. I want you to click on it. Click on the click here link and then visit my website. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys clicking or you guys are typing? I've sent it to 13 people. So if you have not, if your email address is not in my list, you will not get it. Those 13 people will get. Okay, so people have clicked on the link, but look what Google says. It says direct. That means Google is not able to understand. Google Analytics is not able to understand that this particular user is coming by email. Forget about the rest of the story that this is a Corona campaign. I'm sending it to all my newsletter subscribers. Okay, Google is not even able to recognize that this particular traffic has come via email. And that's exactly what our problem is. Our problem is we need to make Google understand that this is not an ordinary visit. This is a visit which came to my website because of social media or email campaign or YouTube campaign or Google paid display campaign that I'm running. We need to tell Google Analytics about this. So how do we make Google Analytics understand that this is a particular campaign visit? So don't just classify it as social media visit. Classify it as campaign visit and grab that campaign information and show it to me. How to do that? The answer lies in URL query parameters. Okay, so if you have not received, it's okay. Let people whose data is in my database available, they will click on it. You please just observe it on the screen how things are moving. So how do we tell Google Analytics to capture the information about the campaign? I said the answer lies in URL query parameters. We have seen what are URL query parameters, but I will repeat again. URL query parameters. These are in common language known as query params, okay, or URL query params. www.abcd.com. Now you have seen, all of you have seen this question mark ref is equal to logo and source is equal to HP and date is equal to bar. You guys have seen URLs like this, right? The URLs look ugly, but they have a huge purpose. You guys have seen URLs like this, not exactly this URL, but similar to this. Sanjeev has seen the URLs like this. Okay, couple of you folks have seen these URLs. So for you folks, it's not really difficult to understand what the URL query parameters are. For other folks, these are called as URL query parameters. Anything that comes after the question mark in URL, those are called as URL query parameters. Browser, if locates a question mark in your URL, whatever is there after the question mark will never process that information. Browser will never process that information. It will just lie in the URL part. Now it is the developer's job. Developers most of the time will ask you or will pass on information from one page to another page using the URL query parameters. Now here, which are the URL query parameters? The first URL query parameter, remember, always starts with the question mark. Second URL query parameter never starts with the question mark, it starts with and symbol, indicating it is another URL query parameter. First query parameter always stands with question mark or starts with question mark. The first URL query parameter is ref and its value is logo. Okay, reference or referred by logo. So ref is URL query parameter and its value is logo. Second URL parameter is src and its value is HP. Third URL query parameter is date and its value is 12/12/2020. Okay, so when I ask you what's the URL parameter here, your answer should only be ref and its value is logo. Okay, these are URL query parameters. Now everyone understand what are URL query parameters? Quickly, everyone. Yes, yes, no. No, no, I'm not going to ping them. You will get confused. These are only examples. Just understand and leave them here. Yes, Pallavi, you are right. The first one starts with question mark. You can add as many URL query parameters as you want, but the second one has to come after and symbol. Don't use another question mark there. Okay, now these are the URL query parameter. Include question mark and symbol. If there is only one URL query parameter, it will look like this. There is no need to add. There is no need to add and symbol. If there is any other URL query parameter, then it will come with and symbol and param2 is equal to value. Oh, my cam is open. Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you guys see me? Okay, I switched it off. We need to save the bandwidth. Include question mark and symbol. Missed out my question, sir. Okay, Varun's question. What is Varun's question? Let me see. Varun, can you tell me what was your question? What is loco? Just a random name you took. Yeah, just a random name I took. It can be loco, it can be blog, it can be social, anything. Okay, everything here, it's up to me. So these are URL query parameters. The purpose of this discussion is you understand what are URL query parameters, because now we are going to make use of URL query parameters. Hence, it is important for us to understand what are URL query parameters. Now, what values you need to add, it's up to you. You can put any values you want, but I want you to understand what are URL parameter. Yes, Pallavi, you should include. So now, how do we tell Google Analytics information about the campaigns? Now, to pass on the information about the campaign, we make use of URL query parameters, and the URL query parameters which we are going to make use of are called as UTM parameters. These are called as UTM query parameters. UTM stands for Arkin Tracking Module. Arkin, what is Arkin? Arkin is the name of the company which Google acquired their product and renamed it to Google Analytics. So initially it was Arkin renamed to Google Analytics, but still UTM is known as Arkin Tracking Module. So we are going to make use of UTM parameters. So we want to pass on information about our campaign. Source, what's the source? Is it newsletter? Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube, etc.? Medium. What's the medium? Is it email? Is it social? Is it paid? Is it display? Etc. So we want to pass on information about our campaign, the name of the campaign, source of the campaign, medium of the campaign. Okay, so these three are mandatory stuff. You must pass on these three information. We will first see how to pass on this mandatory stuff. Then there are two optional which people don't use most often. We will see it later on. Okay. Now, how do I pass on the campaign name? If I have to pass on the campaign name, I will have to pass on using a URL query parameter called as UTM underscore campaign. If I have to pass on then medium, I will pass on using information by a query parameter called as UTM underscore campaign, and the third parameter is UTM underscore source. So these three information I will be passing on to Google Analytics. Which is URL that I am promoting using this campaign? It is ashishkulkarni.net. Pretty simple, right? This is the URL that I am promoting. This is my landing page. This can be any URL on your website where a page can be opened and user can access the information. Now, what is my campaign name? We have already discussed and decided our campaign name. It's going to be Corona Outbreak. This will be my campaign name. I'm going to write UTM underscore campaign is equal to Corona Outbreak. Now please note I have written everything in lowercase, and there is an underscore. There is no space in between. Okay. because it will be a part of URL. I have used underscore and I'm not using space. And if I write corona outbreak versus this corona outbreak, where the C is capital, for Google Analytics, these will be two different campaigns. This is case sensitive. Corona outbreak with C capital will be a different campaign. So you can get result like it has 150 1566 users and it has 34 because by mistake some of the URLs were tagged with this. So don't do that. Be consistent. You can use dash, yes. Now what's the medium? Medium is email. I'm going to send it by email, right? I reached out to you folks by email, not social, not paid. It's email. And what's the source? Source is my newsletter subscribers. Who I'm reaching out? What's the source of this info that I have, the email list that I have? Newsletter subscribers, right? That can be my Facebook fan page if I'm putting it on Facebook. That can be my Twitter profile, etc. Now, how do I let Google Analytics know that this is all my info that you need to capture? Of course, I'm going to build a URL like this, and when you Google Analytics capture URL like this, you will be able to transfer this data to Google Analytics. So first one, it starts with a question mark. UTM underscore campaign is equal to Corona break. The second one will start with and symbol. UTM underscore medium is equal to email. We have a third one. It will start with and symbol. UTM underscore source is equal to newsletter subscriber. Now, earlier I hyperlinked only this part. Earlier, I hyperlinked only this part, but now what I need to do is I need to hyperlink not just the URL, I need to hyperlink the whole part. Okay, I need to pass on the UTM parameter information in my hyperlinking, and user when he clicks he will land on this URL. So I'm going to send you guys another email, but this time I'm going to send you with a longer URL and not a normal one. Let me try and send you email again. When you get my email, like we did last time, just open the email. Do not click in the link, okay? We will wait for all of us to get this email. It's okay, Pallavi. I'm adding manually your name or email, sorry. This time you should get it. I'm now copying this URL. I'm hyperlinking it in my email. People who don't get it, it's okay. It is only demo. You must understand why I'm doing this, how to do this. You can sort on your own. That's not a big deal. Okay, click here to buy hand sanitizer. I have sent that email. Now this time the URL is pretty lengthy one. I'm going back to my real-time reports. We will wait for a minute so that everyone can confirm if they have received. Then we will only click. Okay, people who have got it, now go ahead, click on it. Okay, now the needle is moving up. Two people on my website. Look at the medium and the source information. Now Google Analytics is able to understand that the people are on my website via email. Google is telling me the source is newsletter subscriber, which I decided what should it be called, and visits are because of campaign. It's not a normal visit, it's a campaign visit. Now Google Analytics is able to distinguish between visit. Earlier, when I sent out email, it was not able to tell me that it's a campaign visit. It was able to tell me that, hey, it's a normal visit, direct visit. Why it said it direct? Because it was not able to find any referral information. It didn't know who sent that traffic. So it considered it direct, which was a wrong information. Email should be contributed, or email should be given success if that user would have converted, not the direct channel. Okay, so this is how we let Google Analytics know that, hey, this is a campaign visit and not a normal visit. Now, are you guys clear how we pass on the campaign information to Google Analytics? That this is my campaign name, this is my source, this is my medium. Are we guys clear here? Yes, no, quick yes, no. Now, what can be other example? It can be like your Diwali campaign, right? All of you will be running Diwali campaigns, I'm sure. So it can be your Diwali campaign. Campaign name will be your Diwali campaign. Your medium can be social. So it will look like UTM underscore medium, UTM underscore campaign is equal to Diwali, UTM underscore medium is equal to social, and UTM underscore source is equal to Facebook fan page. Now this campaign you are not only going to promote on Facebook fan page, you are going to promote it on Twitter also. Okay, you are going to promote it on Twitter, you are going to promote it on LinkedIn. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the source because campaign name of the campaign remains the same. We are still on social media, but what is changing? The source is changing. What if I change the medium? Now I'm sending this URL to my email subscribers. It will be email, and I have hired an agency to do the email for me. Agency 1, whatever the name of the agency is, because if there are two agencies which I have hired, now with the help of this I can distinguish whether agency 2 is doing good job or agency 1 is doing good job. Now onward, please remember, when you send any URL, when you send any URL out for promotion, try to add UTM parameters. so that you will be able to understand what exactly is your effort that is yielding the result. So I told you about the three important and mandatory UTM parameters. Now other two which were optional are called as UTM underscore term and UTM underscore content. Okay, why these are optional? Because most of the time those are used while running the CPC based campaigns, cost per click based campaigns. While hey, I want to understand which term, what search query user has searched. Like say for example, I'm buying Digital Marketing Institute's keyword and this URL is for that particular campaign. I will add Digital Marketing Institute. Okay, here UTM content will be actually content of that advertisement. Best Marketing Institute in Bangalore. So that I know what exactly the term that I bid for, what exactly ad that I shown to user. That info will be passed on. But now with smart tagging, the use of these two stuff, it has reduced significantly. Okay, Google AdWords will tag it for you. You don't have to do it manually for any of the campaigns. You can also use it for A/B testing. When you send out two newsletter, when you send out two newsletter, you can use it for that purpose also. So how I can make use of it in A/B testing? I can use it like I'm sending out two newsletter. One is green in color, one is red in color. I want to understand which one is more effective. I first send it to a small set of users, then I send it to larger based on my analysis of small campaign that I did. So UTM content can be like a red newsletter or green newsletter. I have two buttons. One is click here, another one is no more. I can use these two different UTM terms or UTM content parameters, create two different URLs, push it along with of course all these information. It will be fourth and fifth parameter. Then I will be able to understand whether the green newsletter did good job for me or the red newsletter did a good job for me. Now I see that okay, high number of visits came from green newsletter. I sent it first to 1,000 users. Now based on that I see okay, green is doing good. I will push it to 1 lakh users. I will push the green newsletter. Clear guys? The use of the two optional parameters. Now we are running the campaign. How do I see the reports? To see the reports, of course, I will go to acquisition and I will go to the campaigns and I will go to all campaigns report. When I go to all campaigns report, let's see what I see. I don't see anything. All the numbers are zero. Any case, what's the reason all numbers are zero? Why all numbers are zero? We just ran a campaign and we also ensured, we also confirmed that Google Analytics is able to track my campaign. Why numbers are zero? No one opened or clicked. No Pallavi, we saw the numbers. People opened. Google Analytics is not tracking how many people open your email. It will track how many visits from your email. Varun says no one's online. No, of course people will not be online. Once they come and go, they will offline, but we will still want to understand that. Sanjeev says possibly it's not real time. No, real time reports are only available under the real time. No other reports are real time. It was classified as campaign Vivek because we saw that in real time reports. There was no purchase, no, but there was visit, right? I should be able to track visits irrespective of the purchase. Rahul says, I think it takes time to process the data. That's true. It will not show you accurate data, but it should show you some data up to 24 hours. Okay. The answer is simple. Look at the date range. 12 March to 18 March. We have to choose today. When I choose today and click apply, I should be able to see some data, but there is no data. What we can do? No data in our campaigns. Why? Any other guess? Even with 2, there is no data. Now someone has answered this question. Answer is in the chat box. Takes time to reflect. Correct. It takes time to reflect because we saw that the campaign visits had only two visits, right? It takes time for Google Analytics to process that data and show it here. If we had, say, for example, 20 visits, Google could have shown us at least 4, 5, or 10 visitors here up to 24 hours, Pallavi. But we had only two visits, which is negligible amount of data. Hence, it takes some time for data to reflect here. If we come here tomorrow and visit, I will be able to see two visits coming here. Now, what kind of information I get here? The kind of information I get here is the name of the campaign. So in the dimension column, you will get name of the column, which is Corona outbreak, and all other associated numbers with it. How many users I got. Doesn't matter if they have purchased or not. Purchase or not will be last three columns under e-commerce. How many visitors came to my website? Okay, 500 visitors came to my website. Out of 500, 400 were new. Their bounce rate was 92%. Conversion rate was only 1%, something like that. Now, with the help of this report, I will be able to understand how many people are coming to my website because of only Corona outbreak campaign. Now I will be able to know how effective was my Corona outbreak campaign that I sent via email. Now I can safely say with the confidence I can go and talk to my email marketing team and say, buddy, what, I gave you 10,000 rupees to spend on email, and what you are giving me is only 32 users in 10,000 rupees. Why I can go and talk so much in confidence? Because Google is telling me right numbers. Before campaign was sent, we did a test. Yes, people are clicking, the button is clickable, and it has appropriate UTM parameters tag. Google is able to track them. We did that test also. And when I paid you 10,000 rupees, you are sending me only 32 users with no visits. No conversions. This is how managers talk to you when you are hired by a company. Okay, you are responsible to run something. In digital marketing, the best thing is everything is quantifiable. You cannot lie. You cannot say, hey, I have sent campaign yesterday, you should see results tomorrow, whereas you haven't sent anything. You can't lie. Everything is available in reports. Everything is quantifiable. That's the best part of digital. And this is the best part of campaign tracking. You will be able to understand which campaign is working best for you, what's the exact output of that campaign. This is campaign tracking in Google Analytics. Whenever now onwards you send out links, try to attach UTM. Like if you send out a blog post in WhatsApp, in your Facebook friends or WhatsApp group, just try to add UTM source is equal to WhatsApp, UTM medium is equal to social, okay, in it, and campaign name can be WhatsApp promotion. Let's see how many WhatsApp users are actually clicking on your links and coming to your website. 250 users WhatsApp group you have. People, are they just saying, hey, nice blog post, or they're actually clicking on it and visiting your blog post? You can see that. Got it? Everyone clear? I heard agencies do fake clicks through bots. Yeah, that's true. I have seen it. Okay, feedback link is in your chat box. Feel free to ask me your questions. I will be more than happy to answer them. Any questions? So what I want you to do, apart from assignment, of course, assignments, I expect you to solve them. I expect you to work on your assignments. Any questions if you have, feel free to ask me, but don't ask me to solve the complete question for you. I'm never going to do that. And it's for your benefit, trust me. And I want you to run some dummy campaigns, okay, on your own website. Do the URL tagging part, promote that URL to your friend network and see how exactly are you getting the campaigns here. How did you sync the email here? I didn't get that. I didn't got your question, Pallavi. Please rephrase. I haven't synced anything here. Next class will be on Tuesday. Tomorrow there will not be class. Last time it was class on Friday to compensate the loss of time that we had on Tuesday. What does Adobe Analytics have which is not available in GA? Okay. The email that you sent with the UTM and the code, how did you sync that with Google Analytics to see the value? Okay, it's pretty easy. I hyperlink this URL. Pallavi, do you understand what's hyperlinking? When I say hyperlink, do you understand meaning of that? Good. I just copied the whole URL and I hyperlinked. On the click here word, on click here word, I gave link to this particular URL, not just the smaller one. Yes, in email, right? Wherever people are clicking, make this clickable part land on this whole complete URL. It can be a link or it can be a button also. How can you see values in GA? Reports, these reports. The numbers are not here. I will show you when we connect again next week. The data will come here. That's why I'm saying run your own campaigns, own URLs, promote them, and you will be able to see reports. I'm also going to just Google UTM Builder. There is a tool provided by Google which will reduce your headache of writing those URL query parameters. Just paste your landing page URL here, type source, medium, campaign name, campaign term, content, which are optional if you want to, and just copy the URL here. Google, this tool will generate the URL for you. Just copy it and start promoting it. Using tools like Bitly, you can shorten them so that it's not the whole stuff that or whole long ugly URL you have to send. You can send a short URL also. I think I have answered Pallavi's questions. Then there was another question by Vivek. What does Adobe Analytics have which is not available in GA? The list is pretty exhaustive, pretty long, Varun. Vivek, sorry. But most important thing that you have to understand is Google Analytics, the free version of Google. Google Analytics also has a paid version, premium version called as Google Analytics 360. You have to pay $150,000 a year for that. So the difference is if you are a small scale user, like I get 1,000 visitors a day, 10,000 or up to million visitors, then free option is okay for you. But the moment you cross that threshold, Google Analytics will not process all of your data. It will start to process only a part of data. That is called as sampling. It will take a sample of data and process it and will show you the number, which you have to consider as a trend and analyze your reports. Adobe Analytics will never do that. It will process all of your hits and will show you all of your data. So sampling is big difference. The number of variables, the custom dimension, custom metrics, you can add only 20 in free version of Google Analytics. But in Adobe Analytics, if you have the highest license, you can add up to 250 variables. 1,000 events you can run there. Okay. So these are basic differences between Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics, plus the reporting interface that Adobe Analytics has. It is quite different. It's just drag and drop. You can build reports there, but not here. What are the custom variables events? You may want to refer to last week's video. I have covered that in detail. Just a quick recap. What if you want to capture the author name also? How do you capture the author name? You do it using the custom variable, custom metric, custom dimension. Okay. There is no custom events. Events are just called as events. Any other questions, guys? Okay, I don't see questions are pouring in, so I think that's it for today. I'm going to stop recording this session.